So it has been a while since we've uploaded, and that's purely because we've changed simulators, setups and everything. Okay, so we're going to go battery 1, battery 2, bring on the external power, virtual guards, we're going to nav to any system, system 1's fine, strobes to auto, cruise supplies to on, we will take the evacs, nav 1 online to bat. When that's done, we want to nav 2 align to bat, and then nav 3 align to bat. Turn on the position marker, come down, just looking over the rest of the so because we're on external power, don't need to panic about the APU just yet. We'll let the systems kick it. So yep, they were expected. So we're going to go to FMCG on my side and the AT communication on the other side. Ad hoc menu. There we go, and flight in it. And we're going to request the actual flight information is going to come here, then we can go to init on here, like so, and then I'm going to do a init request, and while that's requesting, we're going to go to mass and balance. Look over here, and we've got plan fuel to 8.4, so we're going to take 9.4, so I'm just going to alter that to 9500. Nope, that was wrong. My bad. 951200. Enter. We're not going to load the aircraft just yet. Okay, let's align the IRS. We'll confirm that and confirm alignment. Now that's done, we'll just return back to the init page, and as we can see now, flight number. Today we're flying for UK Aero online, a virtual airline, and the flight number is 759. I'm just looking at my other monitor. Cost index is 15, and our cruising altitude is 360. We could put that in now. Now I've already done, so if I go to init B, obviously the EFB we could do this, but I know my block fuel is going to be 9.5. So I'm going to put that in the block there. I'm going to leave the rest for now. So I'm going to go back to ad hoc menu there, and wait for any messages for the initial load when we start the loading. Before that we're going to test some systems. Okay, we've got the fire tests up here. Test the APU. And while you're up here, test 1 and test number 2. Once you've done that, Airbus has a cold, well, dark panel scenario, and then we're going to do the CVR test. Excellent. Then we're going to do the battery test. So battery 2 off, back on, battery 1 off, and back on, and you see it change there, the values, which is good. Let's just put some integral lighting on. Going to test the have a look at the integers, and everything's good with the electrical system, which it is. Then we go back up, we'll switch that back to normal, and then we're going to check our oxygen supplies. Good, good. First officer's going to do his as well. Going to clear out this. Going to put 2000 in there and switch that to auto. Bring the integers up. Bring the integers up on here too. They're already up. Now we could test. Well, I want to wait and do one more test. So you got the obviously the emergency gen test here. Just press it once, disconnects, if you see that. Disconnects the buzz, so we know that's correct. This will come back online in a second. We'll go back to init, and it shouldn't have disrupted the data, which it hasn't, okay? So that's all done, and then we could go ahead and check the cargo heat. Overheads, water 2, and the annunciator. Happy days. Okay, so that's all done up there. Standby's on. Positions on. That's just going to run through that, ignore it. So I want PA up. And the phone up. We will be using Beyond ATC, so I'm just getting ready for that. It will be System 1 when we go. We'll put that on near at a time. So alignment is going to be about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead now and start loading up the aircraft. We're going to use GSX for the load.
Refueling truck is on its way. Boarding. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay. All the safety tests that it does, so that's absolutely fine. We now get a company message. Let's go into the receive message part, which we're doing. So receive message. We look at the load sheet, and we accept the load sheets, and then we can return to the messages on this panel for now. So, yes, we're going to be loading the passengers very soon. Aboard this flight, here they come, which is good.
Passengers boarding starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers.
Look at this.
First,
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. This is because it's, I think, default scenery or the free one. But they just come through every now and then. Yeah, and that's that. So let's get the barrows set, which they are now. Cruising altitude, I don't see changing, so let's go 36,000 feet.
To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board.
That's there.
Your seatbelt can now be fastened, ready for
So yeah,
departure.
it's a
No smoking service. Thank you for observing.
Fuel truck is in position.
so I'm just going to pause my headset. So there. Let's go and jump outside and have a look around the aircraft we got. Oh, that's a bit sensitive. It's a shame about that. So this is the UK, Fly UK, known as Skyways airframe. We've got some traffic here. We've got an exit said where we're at, of course, Bergen International Airport. I've actually flew in here quite a few times when I used to do offshore work, and to be fair, the modelling is quite accurate, so yeah, that's pretty good, which is happy days. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I mean the free scenery for Bergen is okay, you know, it's not too bad. The free scenery for Bergen is okay, you know, it's not too bad. So we're now loaded. See if we could go with the aircraft. Aha. Okay, so welcome on board to all the wow, that is there we go. Yeah, some free airports they do this. Yes, welcome on board to Fly UK, please take a seat. Okay, so yeah, happy days. Everything seems to be working as it should. I'm just going to go back into the cockpit now. Happy days. Everything seems to be working as it should. Just going to go back into the cockpit now. So they're playing the sound. I took my headphones off. Right. Let's check this out now. Terrain system is enunciated. GPWS caution. Not enunciated, which is correct.
Too low. Terrain. Flight slow.
Okay, happy days. So now we can go in and do the flight plan. So for this bit, what I'm going to do is we're going to go over and actually use the first officer's flight plan. Let's put that there. You can stay at 20, but you need constraints. Also, I'm going to come over here and use the officers. And how we're going to do that is I'm just going to go back to there. And let's go ahead and use the default view. So we're going to go to flight plan. We are leaving Bergen according to our departure on runway 17. And we are taking the Epoch 3 Charlie, which is this one here. There is a transition of EPO, which we don't need to worry about that, and then we're going to insert that into there. There's no restrictions, and we're coming into Manchester, and we're coming in on the Tiln 1 mic, and that's for ILS 23 right. If it's a longer flight, I wouldn't do this yet, but as it's a shorter flight, we're going to go ahead and put the star, which is standard terminal arrival route, into the FMGC Tiln 1 mic via, and I'm no via. So I'm going to insert that. And then we just check through the flight plan here. If there's any massive restrictions, I'm just going to get, I'm just looking our way out to my tablet to the left. So we've got no restrictions, apart from a speed restriction at Bravo Romeo 521. Transaction is 7,000, so that's pretty good. So we look at the star for Manchester. So let's go down there. And Tellini is the star. Tellini is up here at Gurley. But we actually join at Tellini, and we should be at 25,000 feet, which we are. A max at Seattle at 250 knots, but we're going to change that. I want to change that to 240 because I don't like being that close. So let's change that one, insert that. This is what I don't like about this FMCD, sorry, the FMGS. So guys, got set Ronson 7,000 feet, which is correct. We should be at 7,000 feet at 230 knots. Again, just for a safety factor, we're going to change that. And I'm going to change that to 220 knots so we can configure the aircraft nicely. And then I'm going to go back to Manchester this way because it's, oops, sorry, I'm going to go back this way. And as you can see there, we've got no, so for Rusen, because we're going to direct 23 right, which we can do. I could just clear that discontinuity there, and we can extend the centre line. So what we're going to do, I'll just check I've got the right, it's figured correctly, because going via yeah, so 23 right from Ronson. If we went on the VOR, I would have to go round, so realistically we'll be getting vectors. So I'm going to clear that discontinuity, and I'm going to change this one for actually a hard altitude. 3,500. And that is then the start of the glide, so we're happy with that. So we check back through. The missed approach is looking good as a manual after 750. Hard altitude. And yeah, the aircraft is in magenta, so it thinks it can do it quite nicely. So we go back to ATC, go back to ARC menu and receive messages as we're loading the aircraft. As you can see then, we have planned 136 passengers. We are loading a total cargo capacity of 2.7 tons of cargo, and we've got 9.5 going into the tanks. If we use the first officer's MCDU, I could pull up the, this is the, show you the route that we're talking about here. So here we are, we're leaving Bergen on 17 through the O2, 3 Charlie, okay, and then this is the one we're coming into Manchester on the Timon 1 Mike, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie to Manchester 23 right. There's no real significant change. I'm just going to put this, we're just checking our loads. The only difference is, of course, we have changed this to 9.5, so we've got an extra 1.1. So when we do our fuel, estimate the actual fuel on board, what it should be estimated at actual. When we get to upper 2, we'll add, that should be 8.3 after climb. We're going to go to airport where we can sync the weather, so that's all live. We'll have packs, it's a bit sensitive today, we'll have packs on with an optimum flow, and then we'll sync the sheet in a few minutes time. On my side then, I'm going to bring Navigraph up. There's Bergen, ground charts is what I'm interested in, and the airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers. Wheels
So that's where we are. We're taking off a 17, so I'm going to expect a taxi here. We're going to be facing Foxtrot. We'll probably get taxi Foxtrot onto Yankee and all the way up to either Alpha 2 or Alpha 1. So that's what we're expected to see here at Friesland. That will go off. I don't need to see any more of that. I just want the massive balance. That is that. It is a shame about, I'll see if there's any GSX profiles for Bergen or better scenery, if I'm honest. Okay, so we are ready to do a nice flight here. Just coming back. We're ready to go. I don't really need to, I don't know what doing anything special except for this one can go halfway. A bit bright for me. It's better. Same with the, it starts off on bright mode, so I'm not too bothered. Standby can come down a little bit. Okay. So now we've got the MCDU up. What I'm going to do is make sure the aircraft knows what it's doing. So I've told the aircraft now it's going to climb in manage mode on nav and in speed mode. So we'll get the 3 dots where we start up on there. That's not a problem. We have full tonnage on board of fuel, so now the seatbelts can go on. And we're going to shut the aircraft door. I'm going to lock the aircraft door. Like so. All the passengers are boarded. They're now going to be doing the cargo, so while they're doing that, we're going to spool up the APU. It's on auto, so it'll stay there. So we're going to spool up the APU, so I'm going to bring the APU in. And on the screen here, we're looking for the flap open before we start the APU. Wait for the flap to open. Flap is open now, so I'm going to start the APU up. And we're going to see the APU spooling up there as we do. If we go outside, start seeing the exhaust coming off it. There we go. Okay, so when it gets to 100%, I'm going to start stopwatch, just for my reference for fuel burn. Although the APU doesn't take that much. Make sure the passengers are being good. Yep, they're all seated. Door's still open as we expect, which is okay. Okay, APUs are now available. I'm going to start my stop clock. And I'm going to put the bleed on for the passengers for a bit of comfort. And these pack faults will go out. They will come to the 10 o'clock. Like so. That pack light. Stay on. Position. So now I can take the external power off the aircraft. Like so. And we're just ready to get the hell out of here, really. So on a virtual airline you'll have a tracking tool. This is mine for Sky UK. It's just Skytrack for Fly UK. Really good airline, I like it. Wow, that went ballistic then. It didn't like me moving the Skytrack around. Okay. Yeah, so the bags are just going in. Right, let's watch them load. Bit noisy. We've got FSTL live traffic on the injection. The package is on.
Duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining
That should be a
customers
dot
to
there.
board. Your seatbelt can now
It's
be
not
fastened
showing.
ready for departure.
This won't until we
This is a no
kick up the
smoking
engine.
service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Okay, so I'm going to put my beacon on to show that I'm ready to rock and roll. Once the aircraft has been loaded sufficiently. For a minute we're okay. Everything is in good order. Don't need the beacon on yet. So let's sweep through the panel. We'll put that onto wind. Wind down the panel. All good. Make sure we've got control of the evac. Unless you're on when we're landing, then we'll give the evac back to the purser or myself. I don't need to disable any modes. Everything's good down here. Fire control panels, test panels have been done. Fuel delivery panels have been done. The electrical panels has been done, and also the air conditioning panel has been set. Anti-ice is in auto, not required for anything else. And the lights are as I want them. The pressurization panel is in automatic and will stay in automatic. And that is the rest of it done. So now we're just waiting for that final bit of cargo. Handbrake is set. Just checking that. So yeah, we've got quite a good flight today planned. So just putting myself into a comfortable position for the flight. So hoping you're enjoying it so far. This is just test stream, so I'm probably only talking to myself because I haven't advertised it, but that's good. I just want to see what the quality is like when I play it back. So with that said, we're not doing the full flight on. We're going to do the takeoff, and that is it. We're going to cut the stream. We will do some full flight streams with landing later on. I'm just checking what it looks like for me with my new setup, and with the internet now. We're no longer copper line where I live, we're now fibre, which is very, very nice. So let's see. What's going on now? There we are, boarding is completed.
Cabin crew, boarding is now complete. Any remaining ground crew, please leave the aircraft.
So there we go. They're going to leave the ground. We're going to dismiss on here. I'm now going to go also to, not to that one, to my takeoff performance. I'm going to sync final load sheets. I'm going to calculate. I'm going to send that to the MCDU. And I'm going to accept this yep. And then I'm going to go back to flight plan. In actual fact, you could go on the routes, and yeah, see, now we've got the 2 dots. That's what I was looking for. We're ready to rock and roll there. So I'm going to put the where's my beacon? Beacon light can go on. There you go. It'll kick GSX into life.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So that hasn't set. Let me just resend that to the MCDU. So we've got packs will be on. Flat config, sync final load sheets. Weather conditions there.
Departure
Calculate.
checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And then let's send to MCDU. So that now should be what's going on? I've got a little bug here. Oh, that is not good.
Locking gear.
Okay, let's put this in ourselves. So, zero fuel weight is... Okay, let's go back to our mass and load. So, zero fuel weight was... we're going to go nose left, please.
Release parking brakes.
57.6. So 57.6 and a CG0 fuel weight.
Commencing push.
32.
All engines clear. Start at will.
So I'm going to put that in there. Well, that should do some calculating now. I don't know why I didn't send it to the MCDU. Strange, I've never had that before.
Cabin crew, arm doors
That's now
and
green.
cross-check.
Perf. 146, 146, 148. Let's double check that's okay. Let's start the engine. Sorry, let's restart the chrono. Add started 2 then 1. Wow, I don't know what's going on here today. Okay,
Ladies and
everything wrong
gentlemen,
is
please
going wrong.
observe the cabin crew member
That's
closest
back.
to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of
here we
our
go.
Airbus A320
We've now got some
aircraft. Thank you.
1 down 2, is that correct? 1 down points. 1 down point 260 flex.
Welcome
Okay.
aboard our Airbus A320. Please
They
pay
just
attention
took a
to
little bit
illuminated
to get
signs
going.
and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft.
So
The
you just
cabin
look if
crew
the
are now
engine's
pointing out the
stabilised.
exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may
If
be
the engine
behind
is
you.
stabilised, you can see
Emergency
that there's
lighting
no more
will guide
movement.
you to an exit.
Once that's done, we're
In
going to
an
restart the
emergency,
Corona,
leave all baggage
and we're
on
going to go
board.
to engine
Your
1
seatbelt
start.
is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the straps.
Okay.
Pull on each side to adjust. Put on
Reset
your own
parking
mask
brake.
before helping
Parking
others.
brakes we are setting.
Land on
Waiting
water,
your confirmation
take a
for
life
a good
jacket
engine
from
start.
under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put
Yep,
it over
we're
your
good,
head.
thank you very
Cockpit
much.
to ground.
Pass the tape
We have a
Is that
good
one
engine
good
start. You can disconnect.
Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle.
Serious? That's just going to go
If it
through my
fails
aircraft?
to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube. There is a light
Wow.
and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children.
We've got 2 stable
Your tray
engines,
table
so
must
we
now
can
be
bring the
stowed,
ignition into the normal
armrest
position.
down,
We're going to
cabin
arm the
lights
speed
out,
Looking
brakes.
gear.
and seatbelt fastened.
Flaps are
Further
set to 1,
information
and
regarding
we're
your
going to
safety
go
on board can be found
to our
in
flight
the
control
in-flight
column.
magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
I'm going to go down 2, and we're going to do a flight control check. So, looking at the screen here, full left,
Tow
centre,
truck disconnected. Bypass pin
full
removed.
right, neutral,
Left is clear. Right is clear.
full up, neutral, full down, hard stop, neutral. Do the rudders a few times. To the left, centre, right, neutral, and sweep them again left to right. Looking out for the pin. There she is. I'm going to reset the rudder trim. Reset. I'm going to tell her I've seen that by putting on the taxi light there. We can then get rid of the APU bleed, get rid of the APU master.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Runway turn-offs can go. Hello, Doris.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Very good, thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to call off the parking brakes. We are set. We should have a good takeoff config. Let's check. Yes, we have. Takeoff config, auto brake. Takeoff config, no blue. Parking brakes off. A little bit of acceleration. Literally. Parking brake off. There we go. Okay, so as predicted, we're going to go down. Down onto Yankee, but via Foxtrot as briefed. Brake test. It's good. Let's go ahead and we are away. While we're going down here, Just keep an eye on the wind and weather direction here. I feel a little bit of wind coming on. No, I'm not. So Bergen, Fresland, is in Norway, and it's a pretty good hub. So like I said, we are just live streaming for the takeoff, and then we're going to cut the video there. Or going downhill there, we need to apply some brakes. There we are. There's a helipad taxi point, as you can see by the circles. They do have offshore helicopters going out of here. IRL. Okay, we're going to paste the strobes. Strobes can get on. There we go. And also we'll place our wing lights on now as well. So that is us prepared for takeoff, really, to the line. I feel like my seat's a bit off center here. Could be my track IR, to be honest. Probably is my track IR. No, yeah, focus to, there we are. Yeah, it's weird. What's going on here? Right, there we go. Okay, so no ATC. So let's go ahead and what's our speeds? We could take the intersection here. It's quite a long runway at Bergen if we wanted to, which in fact we can do. No need to go full length. Fully ready, let's go. Approach clear. Radar is clear. And let's select above. It is on above. There's a nice slope to here. There we go. Coming round now. I have no idea where that come from. There's nothing on approach there. AI traffic, I tell you. Okay. So I'm going to hold it there on the toe brakes. Stick down. I'm going to bring it to 50% to stabilise the engines. Toe brake off. Man, flex, SRS and runway. Speed alive. 80. 100. V1. $15 degrees, positive rate, gear up. Ground spoilers disarm. And we are up and away on the fjords. So, autopilot 1 can go on. Lever to climb. Lever is to climb. Stroke and over water. Oh, sorry. Stay on. Wing lights can come off. Speed check. Flaps 0. Flaps up. And that is us. So, yes. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the stream. If you're watching or if you're watching later. But this was just really a test stream to me to see what I need to adjust in settings and bits and pieces like that. So it's not really a wasn't really an advertised stream. But I would like to thank you if you have watched. You know, thank you very much. And remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what aircraft
Ladies
you
and
want to
gentlemen,
fly for you.
please keep your seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time.
Okay, well we're going
This
to
includes e-cigarettes. In just a few
what was it
moments,
there?
we will commence our
I'm going to stop
in-flight
broadcasting.